Hello there. So today we're going to be doing another one brand wash day, and today's brand is going to be Mop Top. And this was actually a request from my daughter. She has been curious about Mop Top, and this is what she wanted to see next. So this is what we're doing. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those 20 years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. So as I just showed you a little bit in the intro there, I have actually these packets. So I really like this about the brand is they had sample packets that you could purchase, and I got the one where you got 2 of everything. So I got 2 of the gentle shampoo, and then 2 of the daily conditioner, and also the leave-in conditioner, and then their curly hair custard. And there was no cream, or at least I didn't get one, but I think there is no cream. So I have concerns about that, but we'll see. Maybe the leave-in conditioner and the custard will be enough. Usually not. I usually need to have a leave-in and a curl cream, but we'll give it a go. But I do really love that they have these sample packets so that you can affordably try a new brand. And I've said this multiple times before when other brands do travel sizes or stuff like this, that I really like that I think it's a great way to try out the brand without having to commit to spending a lot of money or buying a huge bottle of product and then you wind up not liking it. So as per usual, I've already washed my hair and I used the shampoo, and it really did get my scalp nice and clean. And I think it's been like 6 days since my last wash day, so I was pushing it past when I normally do, and my scalp was pretty oily. I do have an oily scalp, so it was pretty gross. And it got everything off of there, and it left my hair feeling really good. My scalp feels nice and fresh and clean, and my hair didn't feel stripped. However, I can see this being, even though it said gentle, I can see for some people that because it is very cleansing, it might be a little too much if you are drier, have a drier scalp than what I do, or your hair is especially dry. But for me, it was just fine, and it didn't really strip my hair. And the conditioner left my hair feeling pretty good as well. So that was a good thing, and I was able to detangle my hair very easily. So I do dry detangle before I get in the shower, so most of the time my hair does detangle with conditioner on pretty easily, but it did have some decent slip and my hair is feeling pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in the leave-in conditioner, and since I don't have a curl cream, I am gonna go ahead and apply this the way that I would with a curl cream, where I'll do section by section and I'll define with my brush each step of the way, just because I want to make sure that I'm getting it evenly distributed and also see if it can also define my hair while acting as a leave-in conditioner. So we'll see. Also, if you hear any weird noises, I do live in an apartment building. My neighbors next door were just making quite a bit of noise. I don't know what they're doing, but it's not like I can wait for a good time for when they're not making noise to actually film, because I have people upstairs and people next door, and between the two of them, there's no time where nobody's making any noise. So I already have my hair sectioned off, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in the leave-in conditioner, and too much came out, so I'll see if I can spread some of that up here. And that would be probably a drawback of the foil packets, is a little less control over what is coming out. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and distribute this in my hair and then brush through. And then I'm gonna just go ahead and brush style my hair like I normally do. I have a lot of videos where I do this, where I go through, I brush my hair coming out to the side at a 90-degree angle. And instead of turning the brush either forward or backwards or twisting the hair around, I don't mess with any of that. I kind of just go up and under, giving some tension to it. That way I'm not trying to get it to curl in a different direction than what it wants to. My hair kind of curls in a bunch of different directions. So this way it can still do that and curl how it wants to curl. But I am putting some tension on it and getting the hair divided. So I'm just gonna continue doing this on this side, and then I'll do the middle section and then the top section. And once all of that is complete, then I'll come back and I'll show you the application for the custard. Okay, so the leave-in conditioner is done. I've defined all of my hair, and that actually did a really good job of clumping and defining. I mean, I've already got some like nice little ringlets coming up here. and I don't have any frizz or anything like that. So that's pretty impressive for a leave-in conditioner to be able to actually clump and define my hair so well. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up one of these custard packets, and hopefully there's enough in these things for my hair. I did go through both shampoo packets just because I tend to do a double shampoo all the time because my scalp is so oily. I prefer to just double cleanse it every time I wash. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do like what I normally do and glaze it over. And this smells pretty good. They actually all smell pretty good. They all kind of have a nice fruity-ish kind of smell, kind of sweet smelling. Nothing really overpowering though, and we'll see how much they linger as the days progress. And then I'm gonna do the same again on the other side. Just go ahead and smooth over and then scrunch in. And I don't do some really aggressive scrunching. All I do is just kind of cup my hand, put my hair in it, bring it up, and just gently squeeze. Mostly I'm just trying to get that product on there, not really aggressively go after it and scrunch. And I also always just kind of go over the very top of my head where all of that new growth that's coming up out of there is just gonna, stand up and do its thing. That just kind of helps to keep it a little bit under control. Okay, so now that I have that applied in on the top here and throughout most of my hair, I am gonna go ahead and flip my head upside down, do the same thing where I just glaze it over, scrunch it in. I do that because my hair is pretty high density and I wanna make sure that I have everything covered. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'll go ahead and diffuse, and I'll be back after I diffuse. And then as per usual, I will also be showing you my days 2 and 3 results without any refreshing, so you can see how well these products hold up all on their own. And here is my diffused hair, and as you can see, I have pretty much no frizz going on, and I do have a bit of a cast. So as per usual, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Ghost Oil, and I'm going to apply that to my hair and then scrunch out the crunch as I normally do. So a pump of that, and then I just smooth it over the top and start scrunching. And here is my hair all scrunched, and then I've just shook it all out to fluff it all up. And I've got some really nice lightweight feeling, really super soft curls. The cast scrunched out really easily. And as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of frizz, even after scrunching and fluffing. I just have some really nice bouncy, shiny curls going on here. So I'm really happy with my day 1 results, and I'll just go ahead and cut that off for today, and then I'll be back tomorrow and I'll show you the day 2 results. So I will see you tomorrow morning. So all I've done so far this morning is just take off the bonnet and let my hair settle, which is what I typically do before I come on here. So this is what we've got this morning without me having done anything to it. And as you can see, there is very little frizz, and what I'm feeling is just really soft hair. Like I don't feel like my hair is really full of products or anything like that. There's no crunch, there's nothing. It feels like my hair is basically naked. It's just super soft, and I actually have some decent curls going on. I don't feel like anything's gotten really too stretched out or smashed or anything like that. So I'm kind of surprised about the hold. I really thought that with as light and as airy as what this is feeling like, and the fact that it feels like I have nothing on my hair, I really thought that this was gonna basically leave me by today and I would have a ton of frizz and some really stretched out smashed curls, and I don't have any of that. It's actually holding up pretty well. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and give my hair a quick shake and see what we have after that. Okay, so that gave me quite a bit of volume, and I'm not surprised because like I said, this is leaving my hair just really light and fluffy feeling. So I'm not surprised that I got some volume, and then shaking it up also kind of separated out some super clumps. My hair likes to do that. It tends to like to all clump together into several big super clumps instead of staying in the individual curl clumps. But So it broke all of that up, and I still have very light fluffy hair. My hair, I can still smell the products on my hair. It's not overwhelming, and I can kind of catch just a little bit of a waft of it every now and then. So it's not obnoxious or overpowering by any means. It's just something that is pleasant that I can smell every now and then. And yeah, I'm liking the way that this is looking. I think this is really good second day hair and really good hold for as light as this is. And I'm impressed because this is just a leave-in and a hold product. So the curling souffle, whatever that was called. So I'm really impressed that just a leave-in and that hold product were enough for my hair. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what day 3 is going to bring. So I'm going to close this out for today, and I will see you tomorrow morning. Let's take our final look at what's going on. So I definitely have a lot more frizz, and I have a lot more stretched out curls and wonky curls today than what I did the previous day. So wash day and day 2 were definitely the best. I've definitely had better day 3s than this, and this isn't quite the hold that I would like to see by day 3. It's not horrible. I have seen worse, but I would like a little bit better. And I actually think that the custard would be great. I do need a curl cream. I really think that if I had a curl cream in between the leave-in and the custard, that would help with some of the issues that I'm kind of feeling. But one of the things that I really love about this is that my hair still feels really, really soft, and it feels like I have nothing on my hair, and it feels really lightweight, which, if you're new to my channel, I have said this in many videos, I have naturally very heavy hair. It's thick, it's coarse, it always feels heavy. So for it to ever feel really lightweight or be really bouncy and not just heavy from its own weight, that's really saying something. So these products definitely are nice and light and are still kind of creating some bounce here a little bit. I mean, yeah, these kind of pop up, and then I've got some ringlets over here that still look pretty good. So I've got kind of a mixed bag for day 3 and some frizz. One of the things that's kind of driving me nuts right now is I'm just having one of those days where my hair is driving me insane. Like it's constantly in my face and making me itch, and it's going up my nose. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as this video is done, I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in a ponytail, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my review and talk about some of these products and the ingredients. So I'll be looking at my iPad. I've decided to just start bringing my iPad into this so I can kind of reference and make sure that I'm telling you the correct information, because like I mentioned, I think in my last review video, that I can sit and look at it just before I go on camera, but as soon as I get on camera, I'm gonna forget about it because I'm old and my brain can't remember those things. So I'm just gonna grab my iPad real quick and talk about the ingredients. Okay, so as you can see, I lied. I couldn't wait until later to put my hair up. I had to get it out of my face. I'm just tired of it tickling me and going up my nose, and no, nope. So starting with the gentle shampoo, and like I said, that got my hair clean. It was pretty dirty. I have an oily scalp, so it removed all the oil, and I didn't feel like it stripped my hair at all. And let's take a look at some of the ingredients to see if there's any sort of potentially some ingredients that can potentially cause some issues depending on the person's hair. I'm not really noticing anything. I don't really have anything standing out at me, like no glycerin. It doesn't look like there's any coconut oil. So overall, I feel like this is a pretty decent shampoo. It's not one I'm going to be adding to my favorites collection. It's a shampoo. I really don't have anything bad to say about it, but I have nothing, like, I'm not gonna sit and rave about it. It's a shampoo, and it did what it was supposed to do. So now let's talk about the conditioner and take a look at the ingredients for this one. So glycerin is actually the third ingredient. So it's water, aloe, and then glycerin, and aloe is also a humectant. So that can have some of the same properties of glycerin. However, glycerin is usually the biggest offender. And so we've got some of that in there. And then most of these products also have some shea butter in there, but they are kind of midway through the list, or within the first quarter of the list. And then there is some protein in here. So there's some silk amino acids And overall, this is a pretty decent conditioner. It's, again, nothing that's gonna wind up in my favorites. I didn't hate it, I didn't love it. It's a conditioner. And I noticed it had enough slip to detangle my hair, but like I said on wash day, I do detangle my hair prior to getting into the shower and washing it. So I don't usually have too many issues detangling my hair in the shower anyway. So your mileage may vary on that as far as slip goes. It didn't have wonderful slip, it didn't have no slip. So it's another one of those, I have nothing good to say about it, but I also have nothing bad to say about it. It's a conditioner and it did its job. So the leave-in conditioner also has glycerin in it, and it's about the sixth ingredient on the list. And it also has protein. It has a little bit more protein than the other one because it's a little bit higher on the list. And it has a couple of different sources of protein. The conditioner only had one source of protein. And then this also has coconut oil. So the leave-in conditioner has some coconut oil, which could potentially be a problem for those of you whose hair does not get along well with coconut oil. And then also if you live in a humid climate, that glycerin is probably going to cause you some frustration. So as far as my experience with it, I was able to brush style with it, and it actually, for a leave-in conditioner, so since this didn't have a curl cream for me to try out, I used it as both a leave-in and a curl cream, and I was able to comb through it and brush through it and get some nice clumps and definition and some spirals going by just brush styling and providing a little bit of tension. And so it was causing everything to spring up, and it looked really good after it was in there. So I was pretty impressed that it was able to kind of take on both functions as a leave-in and a curl cream. And I did use quite a bit of it, and yeah, my hair felt really light and fluffy and not weighed down at all. So I found it to be pretty impressive from that standpoint. However, going forward, if I were to order anything, it would be the custard, and I would probably use it with other products, because even though the leave-in conditioner did those things for me, it wasn't enough for me to order a leave-in conditioner from them, a full size. I do have a whole packet of leave-in conditioner left. I'll probably use that up, or maybe I'll pass it on to my daughter, or maybe I'll see if Nicole wants it. And if you don't know who Nicole is, she was in one of my videos recently, and I'll go ahead and put a card up here so that you can see that if you haven't seen it. So I'll probably pass that along, but I will not be ordering it. It just wasn't, it was another one of those where I was kind of impressed by the dual use for it. However, not so much that it's going to make me replace some of my favorite leave-ins or my curl creams. And it didn't do enough for me over the span of 3 days for me to want to keep it around and order more. But otherwise, I mean, it was a pretty decent leave-in conditioner. My hair felt pretty good, but it does have some of those problematic ingredients in there for people who might have issues with those. All right, and then moving on to the final product, which is the curly hair custard. And this one has glycerin as a second ingredient, and it also has aloe. So there's a lot of aloe in these, which is probably why my hair did so well with them, at least the first couple of days. My hair tends to really appreciate aloe. And it also has some silk amino acids in here, so there is some protein, and I don't see any coconut oil. So the big problem with this one would be the glycerin as the second ingredient. For those of you who live in a humid climate, this is probably going to be problematic. But other than that, I don't really see any other potentially problematic ingredients in here, other than if your hair doesn't like a whole lot of protein. The protein is a little bit higher on the list. It's about the 7th ingredient on the list. However, the list is actually shorter for the custard than it was for the previous products. So probably got a decent amount of protein in here, but my hair happens to like protein, so that's probably why I liked it. But like I said, I just don't feel like I got the longevity with it that I would have liked. And this is the product, however, that I think I would probably order, because I think mixed with a different leave-in and also using a curl cream, that I could probably get the longevity out of it that I'm looking for. So I did love that it created a cast, because my hair always does better whenever something creates a cast. So I really think that I might be ordering that one in the future and using that. I do still have some of a packet left, so I'll probably try it out with a different leave-in and conditioner and see what I get out of it as far as longevity goes. If it works out, I'll probably order a full size of that one. So out of all of these products, I would have to say that the custard was my favorite, but I do think that these would work for a wide range of hair types overall, just because of how lightweight that they felt. And my hair really feels like I have nothing on it. It feels just soft and lightweight and just really fluffy. So I really think that fine-haired people could probably use these products as well. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is that today the fragrance from the products is no longer lingering on my hair. I don't really smell it or anything like that. So overall, the fragrance was never, like I mentioned earlier, it was never really overpowering. Could just kind of catch like a whiff of it here and there. And they do smell good. They're kind of sweet smelling, but yeah, they weren't overpowering. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, I don't see these as being problematic. I do get migraines, and my migraines will be triggered by heavy fragrances that are way overpowering. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this review. Those are my thoughts on Mop Top and what I think about them. I think overall they've got some decent quality products. They're just kind of, overall the brand was kind of neither here nor there for me. They weren't bad, they weren't good, except for maybe the custard I think was the standout product. But overall, they're pretty decent products and worth a try, and they do have those sample packets. So because of that, if you want to give these a try, you're not really committing to a large amount of product, nor are you committing to a huge price tag. So if you're curious about these, I would definitely go that route. So hopefully you found this review helpful. If you'd like this video, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more content like this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell while you're at it, so you know when I upload. And if you have any questions, any comments, or if there's anything that you'd like to see, please go ahead and leave that down below in my comment section. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.